Hello, everyone. This is Rude here. Coming to you. Wanted to welcome you to this beautiful page and wanted to give you a little bit more information in regards to what you're going to find in this free live webinar. I wanted to let you know that I do appreciate your time for you coming into this webinar. So I want to give you more information as to what you're going to find so that you could see the value in it and hopefully see you at the webinar. So first, you may want to know, okay, what is this free webinar about? I'm already busy as it is. I'm already building my business. So what is this about? And I'm sure you're probably bombarded by so many people that are looking to help you and you have no idea who they are, right? So I want to tell you a little bit more in regards to what you're going to find in the webinar and a little bit about myself. So first, I want to speak to you. The webinar is 7 steps to 7-figure, right? So a lot of us in the consultant, I've been in the consulting industry for the past 18 years. We manage our time one-on-one, right? So this webinar is going to show you the 7 step on how to literally fire yourself and replace yourself through an online program, online training. And you could do that. And I know many of us feel that, oh my God, my customers need me. They need me to be there. But I can assure you that online training is what's going to help you to give them more of you. Because if you look at the Amazon way of building their business, right? They have a flywheel, so to speak. So the more customers that they need to have more products, provide them with more service, and it's a flywheel that just keeps repeating itself, right? Versus people in the consulting industry. Like the more time you have, you're gonna get more client, but you're actually gonna provide less quality because you're gonna be so burnt out, right? So it's just a matter of time that you see yourself capping yourself on your income. And as a consultant, you probably make from one-on-one or done for you up to, let's say, 300,000, then you're capped. So that's when you're like, okay, what do I do? And that's what this webinar is going to show you, the 7 step to 7-figure. So now, who am I? So I've been in the recruiting and staffing industry for the past 18 years. So executive call on me. So whether it's Fortune 100 company, I've done a lot of the financial companies on Wall Street, in Toronto, all around, everywhere in Australia, in Asia, Singapore, everywhere around the world, I was able to help companies grow their business, right? So they would call on me for my expertise in the recruitment industry. So I was able to go and see the error, right? And literally replace their executive most of the time and build their company so that they could go back and do what they do best, which is help their customers, right? And generate more revenue so that they're able to pay their staff and have, profit year, right? So I've been doing this for the past 18 years. So this is something that just comes naturally, right? So if I speak too fast, let me know. But that's just, something that I've done. In addition to that, I am the founder of the Millionaire Recruiter Club. So I actually help other businesses in the recruiting and staffing industry to grow, right? So to do like I've done, grow their business and sell it, right? I'm also an associate for one of the franchise companies. I also have a franchise where I actually help company create a franchise and sell their business within the next 5 years, right? In addition to that, I also travel all around the world. Currently, during the coronavirus, I'm in Montreal, but I decided while I'm here to retire a lovely mom. So that's been the best gift that I ever could have. So I'm with my mom a lot of the time. I'm with my dad. I'm with my sisters. I get to see them more than more than I'm used to, but I'm enjoying each and every single moment. And, becoming a lifestyle CEO has provided me the opportunity to do so. I've retired twice because since 2009, my business was online. It's always been set up online. However, I chose to live and work in those places, such as Toronto, New York, South Beach, Las Vegas. So I've lived in those places. I've also lived and worked from Bali, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, just everywhere around the world. So wherever wherever I feel like picking up, whatever I do, I could do it from anywhere in the world, right? So this is something that I've done for many, many years, so it comes very natural to me. All right. So when it comes to being an online freedom is my middle name. So if you want to have freedom from your business, that's something that I'm an expert at. All right. So So who is this webinar for? So it's for people that currently have a business, right? You're currently helping customers through one-on-one or done for you, right? Or you could be a franchise business owner, right? Because I'm also a franchise business owner. And in all of those three categories, we're very busy providing personalized service, right? We're one-on-one with our client, providing them the best opportunity. We want to help them. We want them to succeed. However, there's only so much time in a day, right? So if you feel that you are in this particular category, you're making 5 6 figure, this is a webinar for you. Who is it not for? It's for people that don't know what they're doing, in terms of they don't know, what they want to do out of life yet. Sorry, it's not for you as of yet. It's for people that are playing with the idea that, you know what, I'm gonna go, but I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's not for you. You have to be in the business already. You have to be helping customers already. You just need to fine tune what you're doing and turn your expertise into an online system. Okay. Or you could be a vice president of a company, right? And you've been doing sales for so many years, and you know your stuff, and you've been helping other companies, right? Because you know your stuff. Or you could be working for the big four, right? And you're a tax consultant, a specialist, but you know what you're doing, right? So you don't have to be an entrepreneur per se. You could be working for a consulting company or financial company or for any company, but you're an expert in what you do. You could be a project manager, but you're good at providing your project manager skills to other companies or other people, and you're just good at what you do, right? But you're just wondering, how can I scale? Don't know how can I use this online stuff, right? So this is for you. All right. So a little bit more about who I am and how I got to where I am. I've actually, since the age of 16, I've read a book. Grew up, first generation immigrant. So we grew up poor. And growing up in Montreal. So my mom got a divorce with my dad. So she was alone with 5 girls, right, and just trying to give us the best that she can, and her goal, her thing was, you know what, guys, go to school, get a job, do what, do the best that you can do, but just make sure that you are doing your best, right? Because there's only so much that the we can do here. So just get a great job, get good grades, get a job, get married, and that's what I wish for you guys, right? So we did, right? So we went to school, went to university, we did all that art stuff. And actually did the Canadian dream at the age of 16. I was actually running an accountant firm, because I love numbers. And at the age of 19, I switched from an accountant to a full time at the government, because this was the Canadian dream. You get a full time job at the government, and you're set. All you've got to do is work for 20 years, and you get a pension. Right, you get a pension and everything's taken care of. So I'm living the dream at 19 years old, right? And I was making 40K at that time. Then I got a promotion to the minister's regional office. So I was working with all of the not the prime minister, but the prime minister and his staff, the ministers of Canada. And so I work at the private office, and I was only 21 years old. And I was making $75,000 a year, easy, because I'm bilingual, I speak French. So, and I had, so it was great. It was a good opportunity. However, I had a boyfriend at the time, which was a lawyer. And each and every single day, and he was working for the government. This is how we met. Each and every single day, we would come home and just complain how much we don't like our job, and he was complaining. He was a lawyer at that time. And I remember he told me, you know what, shut up, because you're making more money than me. And he's a lawyer, right? And he's like, what are you complaining about? You've got a great job. And I'm like, but I'm bored. I am super bored out of my mind. I have no idea. Like, I'm bored. I could do my job, my 1 month assignment, in like one day. I'm super bored. But I was getting paid for this. So I try not to complain. But at the end, what happened, and some of you guys know my story, is at 3 o'clock in the morning, while I was dreading having to go to work, I couldn't sleep. And the TV was on. And this great guy with a big voice, which a lot of you guys know him, Tony Robbins, was saying, Do you feel like there's more to you? Do you feel like, you could, help more people, right? Do you feel that there's something that's looking to, you have a giant awaken to, you have a giant within, just awaiting to be awakened. And I remember just slowly getting up, because I was hearing this as I was sleeping, and I remember getting up and saying, yes, 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 right. And I was watching the infomercial, and I just picked up the phone. Started dialing, and at that time I didn't have a credit card. I had a check. I'm like, just reading the numbers behind on the bottom. I'm like, okay, so just take my check, and it took me like 2-3 weeks for the cassette tapes to come in. So it was great. So I got my personal power, right? I got my personal power tapes, and that was a life changing. Because before that, I was reading books. My first book was at 16 years old. I read the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. But this one was an actual program where you look at your entire life and just create a plan. And I'm like, wait, I could create a plan for my life? And literally, the same way that you have a business plan for your business, you could have a business plan for your life, right? So I remember just creating a board, and it was in my living room, huge board, and everything was just clear. I had, personal life, business, career, school. I went back to school. I got some things done. I didn't finish, because the when I went back to school, the information that I was getting through Tony Robbins coaches, because I ended up, of course, hiring them, was 10 times more than, what I was learning at university. But I still did both. But I decided to just, forget about it. Let me just focus on what works. And as Tony Robbins would say, you learn from the top in the world, know what you want, find the top in the world that's going to, that has what you're looking for, and just emulate them. Right. So either get them as coaches or get them as a mentor, just emulate them. And if you want to save 20 something years or a lifetime, just do that. Right. So I've been doing this ever since I was 21 years old. Right. So that's a little bit of my story. So I actually started after that my own recruiting company. So I quit my job with no, I quit my job, and I went to university. And as I was throughout university, I was actually temping. So I quit my job without even knowing what I was going to do. So I quit, by the way. Let me just get that clear. I quit a full-time government job that gave me my pension. They gave me, God knows, so much money. I was making $75,000 a year, right? At 21 years old, right? And my future was secure. Okay. I quit this with no backup plan. Okay. I only quit this with, Tony Robbins in my ear and the coaches, because I knew this is not what I was going to do. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So what I decided to do is start doing temporary work. So I started going to, do I want to do this? So I did an immigration consultant. I did office manager. I started selling door-to-door POS system. I sold newspaper. I was doing every single thing just to see what I wanted to do out of life. Right. So while I was actually as an office manager, I got recruited. I had no idea what recruiting was. Somebody called me. I answered the phone, and she told me, Melanie, my great friend, and she was best friend until now. And she called me and she says, "Have you ever done recruitment? I love your voice. I love your energy over the phone. Have you ever considered recruitment?" I'm like, "What is recruitment?" And she's like, "Well, come and meet me, and we'll talk. We'll talk." And that was the beginning of my journey in the recruiting and staffing industry. So we did. I've met with her, and that was it. So I've been doing this for over 18 years now. So did that, work for a company. This one was Apple One, which I'm very proud to work for Apple One, because the founder of the company is the first Black African American to build $1 billion company. So the training that I was getting in that company was through her and her family, her team. So it was a great place to work. I made a lot of great friends there as well. But then after that, I decided to open my own business, which I did. And I actually started my business in 2008, 2009, in the middle of the financial recession. So when it comes to starting your business in a recession, I'm like, what recession? And everybody was asking me that I was crazy. But once you have your mindset set and you know what you're doing, but importantly, I had a team around me. I had like Tony Robbins and his team helping me. I had like the best of the best in the recruiting and staffing, and I've hired a great team around me. So the recession was like, what are you talking about? So I started my company with a $3 million contract. That's how I started my company, right? In the recession, mind you, right? So again, it's just a mindset, right? It's a mindset, and it's really, if you really want to succeed, you really can. You just have to have the right tools, right? The right blueprint, which is having the right people, being around, proximity is power, and having, just being able, having a great mindset as well. All right. So anyway, so started that. Then I grew my business from a one woman show to we merged our company. One of my mentor, we decided to merge our company together. So we grew from was a one woman show to over 44 locations worldwide and over 1,400 affiliated recruiters, worldwide. So, and we were on Inc. magazine as the fastest, largest North American company, and it was a great journey. It was a great journey, except I was on Wall Street at that time, right? So I went from Toronto to whatever, Florida, then Wall Street. Now, Wall Street and New York is two different things. Wall Street is a place where it's sharks. You're dealing with sharks. And I remember thinking, wow, people don't know how to say good morning here. Like just good morning was so hard to get, right? So, and the more you succeed, the more people wanted to, take you down. So it was a lot of fight. I ended up fighting most instead of working. I was fighting and working, succeeding. So the more I succeeded, the more I had to fight because I had people that didn't want to see me succeed. So it was an interesting period of my life. But what happened is I got sick. Actually developed eczema due to stress. I was actually just sitting down and my face started to be inflamed. So I'm sitting here and I'm like scratching my face, scratching myself. And I'm like, what's happening? Right. And next thing you know, I go to the washroom and my face is like this, it's swollen, swollen. So I'm like, what the hell's happening? And then next thing you know, I'm in the hospital because I had this huge cramp that same night in my stomach. And I had a cyst on my ovaries. So they had to bust me open. And so it was blood all over my ovaries. So it was, anyways, I don't want to create an image. So that's what made me stop and realize, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Is this worth it? Which the answer is obviously no, right? Working 7 days a week and to be fighting with sharks each and every single day, it's definitely not worth it. But you think that stopped me? Not at all. When you have that particular mindset that I had, I was on the phone, on the drugs, closing deals, right? I was like this, closing deals. And I remember one of my partners said, I'm not taking any more of your phone calls. Stop calling the clients, and it's time for you to rest. Okay. And I had no idea how to do that. Like I literally had no idea how to rest because I never did. Even though I had a business online, when I went to vacation in Vegas or Florida, I always had a laptop and I always worked because I love what I did. I just love what I do and I love to serve people. So anyway, so fast forward, moved to Bali. I decided to, you know what, let me just start fresh. I moved to Bali, wrote my book, which is now in the New York Times bestselling author campaign. And just ever since, that's where the Lifestyle CEO got created. So people kept calling me from Bali or from Australia, from wherever I was, just asking for my service. And I would just help them here and there and just help them build their business and create a platform and just help them here and there. But I didn't promote anything because I was just enjoying coconut, right? Enjoying my sunset around the world. And I love my sunset. Can't wait to get back after COVID to start traveling again. So, now that I'm back, it's been COVID. We had the COVID. We've got the crazy winter. Now I decided, why not share the Lifestyle CEO with more people, right? And I'm going to be honest. I've been selfish. I've been taking care of myself. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to be by myself, enjoy myself. And I did. I spent a lot of time right now with my family. I haven't seen my family in 4 years. Came back, spending a lot of time with them. So now it's like, okay, now it's time to get back. And the way that I want to get back in the workforce, because I'm semi-retired, is by creating a legacy. Like, I'm not working because I want to work. I'm working because I really want to create a true impact, create a dent in the universe, help as many people as possible, but most importantly, create a legacy. Right. So this is where the lifestyle CEO came in, because even as I was doing the recruitment and staffing, I saw so many people that were unsatisfied with their life. And I just felt that I wish that I could provide them an opportunity, even though they have their jobs. Maybe they could do something that they're really passionate about, that they could help other people, right? And I know that through the lifestyle CEO, you could do that, because it's an autopilot online platform that generates so much money if you do it very well. All right. So that's a little bit of my story. So imagine this. Okay. The lifestyle CEO, you're basically working from anywhere that has internet. That includes the beach. I've worked so many times from Bali beaches and just started working, right? So you work from anywhere. And you know what? You could literally relocate your family as well. While I was traveling, I've met so many digital nomad family, and they were traveling together. And nowadays, I'm so happy now that the COVID took place. People are starting to see that you could actually, your children can be taught online. So if you don't want to spend any more winter, if you like your winter, then that's fine, right? But if you want to go winter in the mountains somewhere, you could go and take your business with you, right? If you're like me and like the mountains as well as the beach, you could literally take your laptop and start working from there. So why wouldn't you, right? So imagine this. Imagine your business right now, okay, serving your client. However, you're not doing it one on one. They have an online training program that they're going through. And each and every single week, you speak to them in a classroom, not one on one, but in a classroom. And you help them to help them in their business the same way that you would do one on one, except it's no longer one on one. It's now in a greater classroom, right? So, what would that do for you if you were able to change your business that way? All right, just think about it for a second. What would that do for you? So now I know that we may be stressed because you're probably like, okay, I have no idea how this online stuff work. Okay, I've got no time, because yes, it's true. If you're busy helping one on one, you don't have no time. Or if you're doing done for you, you definitely don't have any time, right? So probably like, okay, so where the hell am I gonna find some time to do this, right? But at the end of the day, like one of my mentor, Darren Hardy, which is the previous, the founder of Success Magazine. He would say it's all about priority, right? It's all about priority, and he's the number one in terms of productivity, and he's a great speaker as well. But it's all about prioritizing. What do you really want out of life? And knowing that whatever you're doing right now, it's not working. It's not going to get you to the seventh figure. Okay, this particular webinar, I'm going to show you specifically how to get your seventh figure, right? And because it's a system, people do it. So why wouldn't you do it? Why you don't want to? Why, if everybody else is doing it, how come? Why wouldn't you be able to do it, right? So if time is an issue, again, we have the same time that Richard Branson, Oprah has. They've dedicated times to make certain things work. And that's the same thing that you would have to do in your business in order for your business to scale to seventh figure. All right. So I'm going to share with you in the webinar 3 secrets. First, I'm going to share with you how to change your business from the old model to the new model. Again, the old model is, doing one-on-one, one-on-one done for you service, versus the new model, which is to literally fire yourself. Just saying, you know what? You're fired, and putting all of this knowledge into a system. Okay. And then structuring that system. I'm also going to share with you the secret number 2 that I'm going to share with you is how to get this information into the system. However, you're not going to start doing your system. You're actually going to sell your system before it's even created. And the people that you sold it to are going to tell you how they want their system created, what do they want out of your system. And they're going to show you, they're going to teach you how to create your own system. And it's called pre-selling. It's pre-selling, but not just that, but it's many people make the mistake of just literally spending months drafting, and this is how we do it, step 1, steps 2, step 3, and later to find out that some people just may not need this, they may not need that, or maybe the step 3 could be in step 16, and step 16 could be step 1. They probably want it reverse. You know what I mean? So the people that you're going to be helping are going to tell you how to create your online training. Okay. Secret number 3, I'm going to show you. I'm a certified leadership advisor by John Maxwell, which is the #1 leader in the world by Inc. magazine. How to create a team. Because yes, not only are you going to replace yourself through a system, you're also going to have sales team. You're going to have freelancers, you're going to have full-time staff, and I'm going to share with you how to pay them, who to pay, how to pay them, when to hire them, right? And I'm also going to share with you leadership skills, okay? Because there is no organization in the history that has gone above the leadership of the actual owner. Okay. So if your leadership skills is 5 out of 10, your business is not going to grow more than that. Okay. So if your leadership skill is 5 out of 10, your business is going to be here. Okay. However, if your business is 10 out of 10, then your business can go 10 out of 10, right? But it can never surpass your leadership skills. So you need to grow your leadership skills so that your business could grow as well. Okay. So these are what I'm going to share with you. So to recap, I'll share with you, the 7 steps to 7 success. I'll just share with you some of the secrets that I've been able to help me actually scale my business as well. And so that's been how to create from old model to new model, right? How to pre-sell your course. And also secret number 3, how to hire the right team and grow your leadership skills. All right. So now you've got 2 choices. You could say, you know what, this is great information. Let me just do this by myself. She gave me all the nuts and all the things that I need to do. Let me just do this by myself. So you could do that, or you could, register for the webinar and honestly just go through the blueprint. All right. If you want to do it by yourself, by all means. You'll come back because it's a pain in the ass. I've tried it. Everybody's tried. We all tried it. And now we're like, okay, it's time to learn from the pro, right? And it's funny because I remember sometimes I'm stuck at certain things and I'm sitting here in my mind trying to figure it out. And I'm like, what am I doing? All I've got to do is call people. So I just pick up the phone and I ask my question and it's solved. And a lot of us, we do that. We just sit here. We're just trying to analyze things. What am I supposed to do? Is it supposed to be this way or that way? And it's like, once you have a, Rolodex of people that are in the industry that have exactly what you want to do, they have exactly the goal that you wish to accomplish, just pick up the phone, send them an email, text them, right? So, there's 2 ways. There's the hard way or the smart way. All right. I hope you choose the smart way. And I look forward to seeing you on the live free webinar. Grab a pen and paper. It's going to be live. So you'll see me live face to face. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, sharing your stories, and yes, getting to know you. All right, guys. So this is Ruth signing out, reminding you to register on the link and that success is in your DNA.